5 News This Morning starts now.
President Trump announcing trade talks with Canada are canceled in response to an ad from the country. We'll have details ahead.
We have kind of a rainy and dreary weekend ahead starting today. Here's a look at what we've got in terms of the radar. Details coming up.
Plus, the U of A basketball team will take the court today for an exhibition game supporting a mental health fundraiser. 5 News reporter Emily Moss will be live with more on the excitement.
But first, taking a live look outside at 6:30 this morning. Happy Friday. We're about to hit that weekend. Well, you got to get through the work day first. And I'll tell you right now, it might be a bit of a messy one for you. It's a bit rainy.
I know, it just makes you want to nap on this Friday, and you can't when you have work, right?
But we're staying positive here because we got a Razorback game this weekend, football Friday night tonight, so lots of things to cheer for.
And we need wins in the rain.
Yes, we do need some wins, especially tomorrow. So hopefully we can get a Razorback W tomorrow, and hopefully we can get some of these high school games in this evening. The only problem will be if there's any sort of lightning. Fortunately, this morning there hasn't been a whole lot, so let's take a look at the radar out there and kind of see what's happening this morning to get the day started. And you can see it's kind of just a jumbled up mess all across the region. Some of us are getting rain, some of us are not. Some of us have seen rain and it's starting to kind of fizzle out there. But in the meantime, you can see mostly just light to moderate rainfall. Not a whole lot going on in northwest Arkansas except for this light to maybe brief moderate rainfall here and there. Other than that, it's just mostly quiet with this light rain. A couple of rumbles of thunder here and there, as you can see kind of near Vian, but right now not a whole lot in terms of significant activity in terms of rainfall, anything like that. Just a nice quiet rain and thunderstorm activity this morning. Here's a look at those temperatures right now. Fayetteville and Fort Smith, equal temperatures right at 57. It's not going to get that much warmer this afternoon. Temperatures are in the 50s right now for the majority of the region. So it's going to be a nice cool day. We do have a pattern change to let you know about coming up here in just a little bit. In the meantime, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and look at your traffic out there across the region. And let's go ahead and see I-540 and Arkansas River. You can see there's a little bit more rain activity picking up there on the camera. There's a little bit more in terms of the raindrops there. And not a whole lot of activity to report on. No accidents, fortunately. So take it easy out there just because there's some rain on the roadways. Hopefully you have a fantastic start to your morning.
All right, thanks so much for that, Joshua. Well, the search continues for a black bear that killed a man earlier this month. Now, that attack happened at Sandstone Campground in Newton County, Arkansas.
State game and fish officials say that a bear was killed on October 4th and was sent off for testing. But DNA results show that this bear was not connected to the attack. 5 News reporter Laura Castleman has more.
A camping trip turned deadly after investigators say 60-year-old Max Thomas was fatally attacked by a black bear. During the investigation, a bear was killed and sent to the University of Florida for testing.
We took DNA from the bear. We compared that DNA with the DNA that was found on the victim's clothes and around the wounds.
Those results were not a match. Now, Game and Fish officials are tasked with finding the bear behind the attack.
We've got game cameras out there that are attached to satellite communications to get the pictures to our biologists as quickly as possible.
They're focusing on the area where the bear was initially spotted. Game and Fish want to know if this bear has similarities to the one that attacked and killed a man in Franklin County back in September.
The initial attack, the bear had some lesions on its brain. It was malnourished, but yet its stomach was full. So that's a little bit of, there's something wrong there.
2 deadly bear attacks now on record in Arkansas within a month's time span. Game and Fish is urging people to be alert if you're camping or hiking. If you do see a bear,
don't let them get close to you. If you've got one in the area, if you're camping and you've got some pots and pans around, bang those together. Anything you can do to startle the bear.
Stevens wants people to enjoy the Ozarks, but just be cautious.
It's a great place to go. We've got hunting season is in full swing, bear hunting season till the end of November. So we want people to go out there and enjoy themselves.
Well, Stephen said that another good option is to throw sticks and stones if a bear gets too close. He says 9 out of 10 times they're going to run away.
Game and Fish also reminds campers to store all food in bear-resistant containers. Report any aggressive or unafraid bears to the AGFC radio room.
Well, Arkansas State Police are investigating a deadly crash they say happened after a trooper did a pit maneuver to end a chase. It all started on I-40 near Atkins. Investigators say 49-year-old Andrea Thompson was driving recklessly and nearly hit 2 other drivers while speeding away from a trooper. Now, that trooper intercepted and performed that tactical maneuver. Thompson was thrown from the vehicle. Now, ASP's Criminal Investigation Division is looking into the crash.
Meanwhile, the Crawford County prosecutor has been nominated for an open federal attorney role by the White House. Kevin Holmes was nominated by President Trump for the U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Arkansas. He'll replace Dak Keys, who resigned in 2020, and Clay Fowlks, who has been in the interim role since. If approved by the Senate, Holmes will serve a 4-year term in office. Holmes sent us a statement saying that he appreciates President Trump considering him for the position.
Well, tonight, Bud Walton will fill for a game between Arkansas and Cincinnati for the first time since 2021.
The exhibition game will benefit many in the area, focusing on mental health. 5 News reporter Emily Moss is joining us live with more. Good morning, Emily.
Is really focused on sparking that conversation with young adults and teenagers talking about their mental health. Now, while this is an exhibition game, that doesn't mean there won't be a competitive spirit, because Cincinnati and Arkansas have not met since 2021. And in the last 5 times they've met, Arkansas won the last one, but the other 4, Ohio won. Now, this exhibition is the second year the Razorbacks have hosted this event, and the nonprofits that are going to be benefited include Jay's Light, as well as several other local nonprofits, all focused on youth mental health. Steve Markovich with CareSource says that really he hopes that this game and this event helps teens start a conversation with each other, checking in with each other to make sure that they're doing all right.
The goal is just to get people to talk, right? Ask your friend, how are you feeling? You look like you're having a bad day. What can I do to help? Like, just getting the conversations going could change somebody's life.
The game starts at 7 o'clock, and there are still some tickets available. So obviously, as you can see around me, if it's raining a little too hard for your taste for a football game tonight, you can come on over to Bud Walton, be inside, and watch a basketball game. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that update, Emily. Well, another news, the new national study on public health ranks Arkansas 5th in the country for adult obesity.
5 News reporter Jacob Luthi joins us this morning with a closer look at how the state is responding and how social and economic factors are playing a role. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning. That new study by Trust for America's Health says Arkansas adult obesity rate sits at 38.9%. That's one of the highest in the nation, and health experts in the state say socioeconomic disparities in Arkansas, including poverty and limited access to healthy foods, play a major role. Now, according to the Trust for America's Health, food insecurity in Arkansas affects about 19% of residents. That's 1 in 5 adults and 1 in 4 children experiencing hunger, and they say that is linked with obesity. Now, the organization says access to nutritious whole foods remains a challenge, as healthier options are often less affordable and harder to find. To address this, Dr. Bala Simon with the Arkansas Department of Health says the state is tackling obesity through a range of initiatives focused on making healthy choices easier and more accessible. Governor-led programs are expanding access to nutritious foods by limiting unhealthy SNAP purchases and growing the school breakfast and summer EBT programs. In partnership with local organizations, the state is also promoting community gardens, shared use playgrounds, and wellness nurse counseling to encourage lasting healthy habits in underserved communities.
When we're looking at this connection between food security and obesity rates, if we definitely want to see the trend of food insecurity and the trend around obesity go in a different direction, we need to make sure that people have access to programs such as SNAP that allow for access to nutritious food, as well as looking at opportunities like farmers markets and things of that nature.
On Wednesday, Governor Sanders warned that if the government shutdown continues, more than 240,000 Arkansans could lose their SNAP benefits. Public health experts, including Trust for America's Health, say that loss would only worsen the state's ongoing obesity problem. Jacob Luthi, 5 News.
Well, new overnight trade talks with Canada are now on ice. President Trump announced that he's canceling negotiations with one of America's biggest allies over a Canadian TV ad opposing U.S. tariffs. The ad features parts of an address by former President Ronald Reagan. In a social media post overnight, Trump called the ad fake, citing a response from the Reagan Foundation claiming the video misrepresents Reagan's words. This comes amid Trump's trade strategy imposing new tariffs and import limits. Carney sought to negotiate with Trump during a White House visit earlier in the month.